Well, guys, I was currently working my tropical weather update slides and stuff, and I was looking through the new models, the model runs and stuff, and guess what? I just realized GFS is now showing a Cat 2, maybe Cat 1 or Cat 2 hurricane hitting Florida. Huge. I'm going to be showing you guys that in a couple minutes, so stay to the end of the video to get that huge information. So, what we can see right now in the tropics, one area, first of all, we get this huge tropical wave coming over the coast of Africa. Right now, not expected to form into anything, but we are starting to see that moisture take over. We do have this little area here, which could look tropical or something, but most models don't show that developing into anything. And then we just have this kind of frontal system following the jet stream pretty much, so nothing there either. Couple blow-ups over Texas, probably some strong thunderstorms there. And then we do have this storm right here. I'm pretty sure it's the same one that could track and develop right around here. It's going to be a similar path. I'm not sure if it's that specific thunderstorm area, but we're going to have the system track a little bit like this. It could develop off the coast of Florida and Georgia around this weekend. So we're going to have to see how that does end up developing out in the next couple of days. So right now, looking at the shear map, shear is still very strong throughout the Atlantic. Really dropped around Florida right now, which is why we could be seeing a strong potential hurricane near Florida near late July. Otherwise, still very high wind shear throughout the main part of the Atlantic. If we do look at the shear map, it does seem like it's starting to drop a little bit, but it's still very, very high wind shear at this point, and we're going to have to see when that does end up happening or not. Anyways, now we're going to be taking a look at the force models here. It should pop up on your screen soon. Look at the force models. So we're going to be taking a look at GFS first because it is the one that goes the farthest out, and I just like to look at the GFS better. So GFS right now, it doesn't have anything. As you can see, nothing much happening there. According to the GFS, here's that really big tropical wave coming off the coast that I was talking about. Here's that. And then other than that, here's that kind of, frontal system, I think. This thing right here. And then that's all. That's it. And that little whooshy that I was talking about right here. That's really all there is in the Atlantic right now. Now, coming in the next couple of days, look at this. Or this is what I was talking about. You see that spin trying to form off the coast? That's going to be coming from a system moving off above Florida and then emerging in the Atlantic. Now, we're going to have to see if it does end up developing out or not. We do have the possibility for a system up north that 413 actually has a 10% chance. That could be forming up north in the next 72 hours. And then, oh, there we go, my bad. That's the next one. And then here is the one that emerges that I was talking about. That's not the same one. Here's the one that emerges. So that's two possible tropical storm already. That could already be Edward and Faye if both do end up developing out. And then you do see it move across. We get a third one here as well. And then we do see that rotation move across Florida. 3. I'm just saying, if all of them do form, and GFS is usually a little bit aggressive with those. 3, look at that. 3 tropical storm already if all of those do end up developing. So already we could be getting 3 tropical storms or higher. 3 or 4 tropical storms already just off the East Coast, which is pretty major for something like that. Now then we do have this right here. We do start to get a Caribbean potential system down there, 1,009 millibars, so that could be 4 if that doesn't end up developing out. Now, as we do look at that in the next couple of days, it does look like it would make landfall in Mexico if it would develop. But then, switch your attention right here. Because look at that, guys, 1,005 millibars right off the coast of Florida. Right here off the coast of Florida. That's 5, by the way, 5. 1,006, 1,005, right off the coast of Florida, kind of renders there, and then bam, 998, 992, 988, 981. That's a 981 hurricane right off the coast of Florida. What can I say? Really gonna have to pay attention to this because that's a potential Cat 1, very possibly, very likely Category 2 hurricane. 981, that is a Cat 2 hurricane. Right off the coast of Florida, as you can see, right off the coast of Florida. That is the farthest it goes out. And that would be forming, this system would be forming in the next 318 hours. So let's 318 hours to, so that would be forming in the next, that would be in 2 weeks. Okay, that's in 2 weeks time. We could be getting a potential Category 2 hurricane off the coast of Florida, and it looks very well. Now, but all the other models don't go that far out, but I do want to talk about that potentiality. Here's the wind vortex, very well cleared right here. You can very well see that system right off the Florida coast. Strong rotation throughout, and you can very clearly see that basically forming from a coastal system. You can very well see that if you look at the wind anomaly. I mean, it's going to be a very well seen system. Here it is again, here 982, 981 off the coast of Louisiana. If you look at the wind again, look at that. Tropical storm force winds would be extending out. If we do go, okay, let's go when it forms. So it would form, according to this, as a tropical storm, like at the beginning. So we would get tropical storm force winds on the west coast of Florida near the Tampa area. Then we get tropical storm force winds near Naples, and then the entire coast of Florida with some, and then we do get those potential Cat 1 winds, but most likely very strong tropical storm force winds again near Tampa, and then we get those Category 1 winds with tropical storm force winds extending near Central Florida, and then we get then we do get those Cat 1, Cat 2 winds throughout, and then we do get, so we would very well be seeing the entire west coast of Florida as the system. Basically, from what we can see right here, I'm just going to put it all the way back. From that, as you can see right here, we could be getting a system. By the way, that could be also tropical storm. So we could be getting 5 or 6 systems. So what it looks like, we would be getting something doing a little bit like this. Something a little bit like this. A little bit. So it's very interesting because basically it's going to be forming from a front or some kind of weather front, and then we would be getting one area of spin in that front, and then it would actually detach from the rest of that front. When that would happen, we would be getting a tropical depression to tropical storm. Now that tropical storm or tropical depression, as you can see, it's expected to go down, probably a high pressure pushing it down, a high pressure building up in that America, and then it actually tracks back up in a very similar direction, and then it possibly a Louisiana, Alabama landfall, maybe Florida landfall. So it's pretty interesting to say the least. We're just gonna go through with this since the beginning to see which ones could be tropical storm or tropical depression. But believe it or not, 5 systems in July. Really? Like, that is crazy, guys. Alright, so first one, let's see here. Where's our first one for potential development? So right here, already tropical storm. One tropical storm. The other one will be 2 tropical storm. Alright, let's see here. 2, maybe 3 tropical storm. We'll just count it as 3. Alright, we'll just say 3 tropical storm. 4 tropical storm. And 5 tropical storm. Or actually, we missed one down there. 6 tropical storm. Okay, guys, imagine 6 tropical storm. Just take that into note. 6. Where are we right now? Dolly. Okay. Let's get to the 2020 Allen hurricane names. I just want to, if all of those form, I just want to show you how insane that would be, guys. That would definitely be. Look. 6. That would be Edward. 1. Faye. 2. Gonzala. 3. Hannah. 4. And just imagine if we do get all of those in July. Could you imagine what? Could you imagine, guys, what July or August and September would be? Absolutely insane right now. Okay, let's pull that up. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do that again. Edward, it's lagging a little bit, but Edward. Why is it lagging? Edward Gonzalo and Isaac. Okay, so we will go all the way to Josephine. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That guys, do you imagine that half of the name list in July? By July, what does that mean? The entire other half would be in September, August. So we would, if all of those ended forming out, we would definitely go to the Greek alphabet. Now, I want to tell everyone, all of us are not going to form, okay? I'm just speculating. We could only be seeing 1 or 2. And also, don't freak out. This might not even form. This is way too far out. We're weeks out. This is 2 weeks out. How can you predict something forming 2 weeks out? We're just going to have to see if that cat 2 is going to form out. Oh, my bad. That's 7. We're just going to have to see if that cat 2 forms out. But apparently, we're going to be seeing a trend of tropical storms possibly moving off the coast right here. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I think we saw 4, and then potential 1 here, and then 1 right here. So this is basically, let me track all of them. We would have 1 doing something a little bit like this, 1 doing something a little bit like this, 1 doing something like that, and then like 1 something like that. All of them moving there, and then we would have 1 doing this,